this short video that has been released by ISRO on the importance of the moon, and then we take this discussion forward. Have a look.
Moon. This familiar object in the night sky has inspired the imagination of astronomers and ordinary people alike. From time immemorial, humans have marveled at the beauty of the moon, used it to count time and navigate the high seas. In modern times, Moon, the only natural satellite of the Earth, has acquired added importance due to the belief that Moon is the key to our understanding of the evolution of the solar system in general and Earth in particular. Besides, Moon's precious resources and low gravity have further endeared it to humans.
Right, absolutely. So there you heard it. Tapan Mishra, I'd just like to pick your brain, sir, on this aspect.
Yeah.
Yes, if we can just put out that video on the moon once again. For just some time ago, sir, there were frozen reserves that were detected at the poles on the moon. If you can just explain to our viewers what exactly was the significance of this discovery, what could this possibly mean, sir?
See that in Chandrayaan 1, it's a recent all interest started with the Chandrayaan 1. Both American instruments and the Indian instruments discovered the presence of water and the hydroxyl molecule on moon, and especially in the craters in the near the southern pole. There is a large amount of deposits are there. Now that earlier it was assumed that all this water came from the meteorites, but subsequently the analysis of data that showed that the moon is not just in the craters, but the water is not just in the crater in the formation of dirty ice, but that there is also thin layer of water or the hydroxyl molecules even on the hotter sides of the moon. Then it was conjectured that it is probably because of the solar wind hitting the regolith, which forms water, because the regolith is at the end of the day they are the silicate and silicon dioxide. So this is just like our sand on earth. And this particular one, when they hit this, they dissociate oxygen and that alpha particle combine and make hydroxyl ions and water, and this water in the colder areas may flow and get deposited over a long, probably billions and billions of years. It got deposited amount of water, and water is very important. They said till today, a human being has visited the moon only, but if you want to go to Mars or if you want to go to other planetary missions, then you cannot just leave from India, from Earth and go, because to the Earth you need a more amount of energy and much bigger and bigger rockets. So more logical would be to take a more weight, that you have to may have a transitory stay in the moon and design, build rockets and they get fuels of which the water is the major content for the fuel, because after the hydrogen and oxygen only is used as a fuel, and then we can from there, if we take to the other planets, we need a less amount of energy because the gravitational force is less, so that the escape velocity needed will be very low compared to what is on Earth. So you can have for the same rocket what is built on Earth, which lives on Earth, and what is lives from moon, you can carry more cargo and material and more human people. So this is why that for the going to the interstellar mission, the moon becomes a transitory hop, and for this purpose, the presence of water and the availability of the water is important, and that is why that there is a mad rush to going to the southern side, where it is expected there is a more deposits of water. Because
So, Mr. Mishra, what has kept us really from exploring the southern side? Because while, yes, nobody's been able to land here, but there have been several other moon missions, and there are also, several countries have also launched satellites that continue to orbit the moon to understand the surface from a distance. Have we not been able to figure out what really is it that the southern side of the moon holds till now?
You see, the main problem is the southern side have a less amount of solar illumination. Because just like we go to the polar areas, if you go to the 70-degree latitude, it becomes very cold. It becomes, the temperature becomes minus 40 degrees centigrade. So exactly the similar is the situation when you go to the southern pole. And there, the light energy is less. So if you have to operate on a vehicle or operate any instrumentation, you need a bigger solar panel because the per unit area energy is less to collect the equivalent. So what this all landing has been done till to the equatorial region where the light intensity is the maximum. So, but unfortunately, there were three flights in the recent history and to the southern part, and all three failed. That apart from Chandrayaan 1, it was followed by one Israeli private mission that also could not reach. And there was recently in last April, there was another private mission from Japan which also could not reach. It also crash landed. I don't know that is something ominous in those regions are there or not, but three consecutive had crashed in those regions which tried to land there. But it may be because of the less light, so you have a less information of that region. And all the control system, what is designed, camera and all, which is for a brighter light condition, they might be probably needed to be designed in a very weaker light condition. So these are the situations are there. And but I personally feel this time will be successful because we have learned a lot in the last failure. And I'll not say that it's a failure because even the failure teaches you something which even success doesn't teach you.
Yes.
So it was a great teacher, this happening, and we have made corrections what best we could understand, and we hope for the best to success.
Absolutely.
And please note that no mission, no engineering can be 100% accurate. It is always 99.9% accurate.
Okay, Mr. Mishra, also just before we move on to the next set of explainers, just want to understand from you. So you said that in the future we are hoping that the moon will perhaps become a hopover for future interplanetary missions. So basically you go from the Earth, you then do a touchdown on the moon, you refuel, and then you go forward wherever
Yes.
wherever we look forward to in the future. But I just want to understand from you, sir, if water or ice is discovered on the surface of the moon, how does this help as far as a refueling or any sort of stopover is concerned?
Okay, so you see that the main, normally for all cryogenic engines, the hydrogen, liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen are the fuel. So this liquid hydrogen and hydrogen and oxygen can be made by the electrolysis of water. So if a water is there, we can make the two crucial components of the fuel. That is the idea.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.